Hello everyone. Today we are here to discuss solutions to the first test that I uploaded on www.tcbonline.com. If you are watching this video, it is considered that you already know the questions. If you haven't already read the questions, then kindly register and log in to www.tcbonline.com. Select online test on the top left corner of the screen. Search for analytical reasoning. Select a test name reasoning test with the author name Kunal Kashelani and you will get the test. We will start the discussion with the first question. What first question says is there is a tank and there is water filled in it. You throw out 1% of the water from the tank in the first attempt. Then in the second attempt you throw out 2% of the remaining water from the tank. In the third attempt you throw out 3% of the remaining water from the tank. If you continue this way, that is throwing out 4% of the remaining water from the tank, 5% and so on, then how many attempts would it take for the tank to get empty? Having a first look at it, you might think that this question is based on calculations, that you might have to add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 in this way to reach 100%, but this question does not possess any calculations at all. This is pure logical questions. If you think about it clearly, it is easier to think that unless you throw out 100% of the remaining water from the tank cannot get empty. If you continue in this fashion, doesn't matter how much percentage of water you are throwing out from the tank, there will always remain some percentage of water remaining in the tank, and unless you throw out 100% of the water, the tank will not get empty. As a result of this, the tank will only get empty after 100 attempts. So the answer to this question is 100. The second question is pretty similar to the first one. What second question says is there is a tank and there is some water in it. This time you are throwing out 10% of water from the tank in the first attempt. In the second attempt you throw out 10% of remaining water from the tank. In the third attempt you again throw out 10% of remaining water from the tank. If you continue this way, how many attempts would it take for the tank to fully get empty? Now, how this question is similar to the first question. In this question as well, in every attempt you are only throwing out some percentage of remaining water of the tank. That is, unless you throw out 100% of the remaining water of the tank will not get empty. In this questions, in every attempt you are only throwing out 10% of the remaining water from the tank. That is 1/10 of the remaining water you are throwing out, and in every attempt 9/10 of the remaining water in the tank still remains in the tank. Hence, the solution to this question is the tank will never get empty, since in all the attempts you are only throwing out 10% of remaining water and you are never going to throw 100% of the remaining water from the tank will never get empty. Now we will discuss third question of the test. Now third question is pretty different from the first two. What third question says is, a person is standing at this point, say A, and he has to reach this point, say B. Now the person is walking from point A towards point B at a variable speed called x meter per minute. Why x is variable, you will soon understand. Say the distance between the point A and point B is capital L, and the distance between the person, say P, and point B at every point of time is the variable x. What this means is, as the person would get closer to the point B, the variable x decreases. This L would remain constant, but this x would decrease as the person P would get closer to the point B. Hence we call x as a variable, and the speed of P depends on x. That is, the speed of P depends on the distance between the person and the point B. At every point of time, the speed of the person P is x meter per minute. So if a person is standing at this position, its speed is L meter per minute, because at this point x is equal to L. Now as the person starts moving closer to the point B, at this point, if the person gains a constant speed of x meter per minute, he will reach in 1 minute. The question is, if the person starts walking towards point B at a variable speed of x meter per minute, where x is the distance between the person and the point B, how much time would it require for the person to reach point B? At this point, if the person takes a constant speed of x, he will reach in 1 minute. But this x is variable, it is not constant, it is decreasing at every point. It is decreasing as the person moves closer to the point B. Say person reaches here, point C. At this point, the distance between the person and point B is again x. At this point, if the person picks up a constant speed of x, he will again reach in 1 minute. But the person's speed is decreasing, it is not constant. Hence it will take more than 1 minute. Say person reaches here at point D. At this point again, if the person picks up a constant speed of x, then he will reach in 1 minute. But the x is not constant, person's speed is variable, its speed is decreasing as it moves closer to point B. Hence he will not reach in 1 minute, he will take more than 1 minute. Say the person reaches here at point E. Again in this scenario, if he gains a constant speed of x, he will reach in 1 minute, because his speed is x meter per minute and the distance is x. But again his speed is not constant, his speed is decreasing, hence he will not reach in 1 minute, he will take more than 1 minute. Say the person reaches very close to B, he is at F. Again in this case, the distance between F and point B is x meter. Again in this scenario, if the person gains a constant speed of x meter per minute, he will reach in 1 minute. But he is not gaining a constant speed, he has a variable speed x, which is decreasing at every point of time. Hence he will again take more than 1 minute. If you look at all the possible cases, you will find that at every point of time Unless the person gets a constant speed of x meter per minute, he will not reach point B. Unless the person has a speed more than x, he will not reach point B. Hence, the person will never reach point B. If the person is walking towards B at a speed of x meter per minute, where x is the distance between the person himself and the point B, the person is never going to reach point B. Okay, this will be all. The next questions will be discussed in the next video. Thank you for looking at the video. Please, after having a look at these questions, try the test by yourself and try to solve the questions by yourself. It will help you a lot to crack exams like CAT, GATE, CET, etc. Thank you.